The New York Jets again. Every offseason, bro.
In spotlight.
Whoever their PR person is, either do a better job or hire someone else. Like,
they're doing great.
We'll just leave it up to you. So this was Robert Saleh the other day answered a question about some, in his words, inexcused absences from mandatory minicamp.
Is Haason Reddick attending minicamp?
No, so we've got 2 inexcused absences. One obviously being Haason. Spoke to him over the weekend. Appreciate the dialogue. He's in a really good place mentally, working his tail off like we already know, and but he's choosing to sit out this one inexcused. The second one is Aaron. Aaron and I spoke before OTA started. He's been very good in communication. He's been here the entire time. It's inexcused, but he had an event that was very important to him, which he communicated.
Both are inexcused?
Both inexcused, yes.
So are they getting fined?
They're both subject to the CBA fine schedule.
Robert Saleh, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? So, which one do we want to talk about first? Let's talk about Haason Reddick first, because there's a lot to take away from that clip.
Because he wants to get paid, right?
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
So there's a problem right now with Haason Reddick and the Jets, right? He wants to get paid, and they don't want to pay him.
Classic.
They got themselves into this situation. They traded for the problem. You had Bryce Huff.
We don't want to pay him either.
Him and Franklin Myers were the best, you could argue, were the main keys to their defensive line last season, and maybe even their defense as a whole. You let Franklin Myers walk to Denver. Good luck to you out there, Franklin Myers. And then you got Bryce Huff. Literally, you knew he wanted to be a Philadelphia Eagle. That was being reported ever since free agency started. He goes and becomes a Philadelphia Eagle. Literally not even like 2 days later, I don't know if you remember this, the trade between the Jets and Eagles happened. The Jets trade for Haason Reddick to replace Bryce Huff.
Should have just put him in the trade.
And Haason Reddick wasn't happy with the Philadelphia Eagles because they didn't want to pay him. So you know the guy wants to get paid. It's not like, oh my God, we had no idea. Like, we can't make this work. You traded for the problem.
Don't make no sense.
You knew what you got yourself into.
Yeah, I talked to him. He said he wanted more money, and I told him, fuck your money.
So,
like, you knew he wanted the money.
And then a day later, Robert Saleh had another press conference. The same reporter that asked him that question about Reddick and Rodgers, he said, have you talked to Haason Reddick yet since then? No.
That's it. I mean, maybe his agent and GM.
And that's the thing with Saleh too, when he doesn't control nothing.
No, not at all.
Dodges it. He sends the questions off to. He said, "You gotta ask Douglas about that. That has nothing to do with me. I haven't talked to him." Oh, you want to ask me about the team? Oh, you gotta ask Aaron. I don't know. Like, why like a PR? Someone in the PR needs to go up there and speak to Saleh. It seems like they have no game plan when it comes to these press conferences.
Nothing.
So, Aaron Rodgers. Let's get to him.
All right, here we go.
He first time in his career, at least in a long time, he 100% attended the voluntary minicamps. Obviously, we know that he didn't have to go voluntary, right?
Voluntary.
Under my assumption, he 100% attended because he knew Robert Saleh said it himself. He communicated that he had plans to go to this event that was very important to him, which we'll get to in a second.
Okay.
That he was going to miss mandatory minicamp, whatever, a chunk of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's gone for. No one knows.
No one knows. Wonder what that means.
So he told you, like, he gave you a warning in advance. Now you're saying it was inexcused. Like, first off, it's unexcused. Unexcused absent. It can't be unexcused if he communicated with you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Both of them, too. Like, I'm not going to be there. Okay, unexcused.
And I see a lot of people, like, getting upset that Rodgers isn't there from like a leadership standpoint, which okay, yeah, I mean, it's a fair argument for that. You're coming off an Achilles tear. You're 4 plays in. You missed the whole season. You're supposed to be the savior of the franchise, which.
But he usually doesn't go to camp, right?
Yeah, he doesn't go to the voluntary or none of the workouts in May.
Okay,
Like, that's known.
So he said, okay, I got new players. I'm stepping up. I'm going to be here for voluntary. But, I'm not going to be there for minicamp. Sorry about it.
Just drama never ends. And it literally never does. And if you're Rodgers, like, who knows if he even knows what's going on right now?
Probably not.
He's probably not too happy the way Saleh handled that press conference there. Literally just throwing his guys under the bus. And even like going back to Haason Reddick, he's like, yeah, I talked to him. He's in a good mental space. But
fuck him.
What does that mean, bro? What does it mean? He's not in a good mental space because he wants to get paid, and y'all ain't paying him. You knew he wanted to get paid.